Well, my video went off accidentally because when I picked it up to move it around, I clicked it off. Um, so I've been trying to gather some of the seeds, which we should have had this out here earlier, but that's okay. Just want to gather some of the seeds and put them away. Because they're good if you dry them out. You can plant them again and they will grow. Pumpkins are pretty tricky to grow though. That will be a different lesson, a different story, a different video. Not for today. Then I have another container here for the stuff that I was telling you that's edible. This stuff right here. Not the stringy part. And it looks like it's stringy, but that's because of the way I cut it out. There's all this stuff, which is really good. Really good to eat. You can put it in a little pot, a crock pot. You can put some different kind of spices in there. You could, or whatever, and just cook it down. And you could still make the stuff that you're gonna make. That's another lesson too. I'm not gonna go on to all my details about that. I just want to get this up and out before it gets yucky out here. See, now there's quite a difference. This is the stringy stuff, and this is the what they call the meat, I guess, or you know, the inside pumpkin flesh, or I hate using stuff. It's not flesh, but you know what I mean. The fruity stuff or vegetable stuff or whatever you want to call it, the inside stuff. And later on, you can pick it out. This mushy stuff, usually people don't. So I don't know if there is anybody out there that does eat the stringy stuff. But if you want, I don't know, look around for it and see if that's what people do. I don't want to put down somebody's food, but usually we just don't eat that stringy part, see? So anyways, this was part 2. What I was telling you. We just try to be very careful when you're carving your pumpkins. Set down some paper so you can get all this mushy stuff out on it. See this? Wow, look at that. There's a lot of stuff there that could be made into something else later to eat. Some people don't like the flavors of pumpkin stuff, but I do. See all this stuff? Okay, stop. That's fine. Got enough. There we go. All right. Wait. There's something. Oh, that's stringy. There we go. There we go. All right. There's still some seeds, but the seeds anyways have got to be washed, and the stringy stuff has got to be taken apart from it. You just do that later. You don't do all that stuff later. Because actually, it's okay if it dries out a little bit or whatever. In fact, before you eat pumpkin seeds, you have to dry them, wash them, dry them, put them on a cookie sheet, and have your parent who's helping you put them in the oven for a little while to kind of roast them. You can look that up online, but I usually just do it how I want, like about 150 or something like that. It doesn't have to be really hot in the oven, and you just kind of watch them. and you sprinkle them with maybe some salt and some butter or oil, whatever kind of oil you use. Any kind is good. Sprinkle it around on there. Avocado oil, coconut oil, whatever kind of good oil you're into. A little bit of sea salt. And it's okay to use regular salt, any kind of salt you want to use on it. Then you'll let them roast. And watch them. Because you see the color of them? They're very light. When they start getting crispy, that you're going to see some changes. These are all shiny and slippery. So, see, it just, you could squeeze it right out of your hands there. I'm going to pick that out later, okay? Because I don't want the whole video about how to pick out seeds. But then, see, you got quite a bit, and then they got some, and Ginger and Michelle's both got some. So then you let it roast, what they call like roasting it, on the cookie sheet. You could put it on parchment on there, or on a piece of foil on the cookie sheet or something, and just let it do that. And they'll start to get like a crispier color, like a darker golden brown, and then they're pretty crispy. And then you could just eat them. Oops. You could see, because it varies how much you're doing, how much you put on the cookie sheet, all of that. So a parent really should watch it with you. And when you start smelling it cooking and stuff, then start paying attention. I would say keep checking every 10-15 minutes. Like after about 10 minutes, check. Another 10 minutes, check again. Or if you got a window on your oven, look through and see. Now the reason why I say this, because I don't usually use recipes and stuff that's in a book or online, which you can do. I just guesstimate. A lot of my cooking is guesstimation. That means it's like, I'm just going to put it in there for 150 and let it go for 10 minutes, check it out, you know. But you want all the slippery stuff to be gone. You don't want it to be wet anymore. You want them to be dry and crispy. You could always just, if they look dry and crispy, what I would do is just take a spoon, cool it off, and taste it. If it's crunchy like a chip or something, you've probably got it done, okay? But if it's still kind of not, just spit it out. Don't eat it raw, because I don't think that's really that good for you. It probably won't hurt you, not one seed. Here we go. I already went in the house once and wiped my hands. You don't want to have slippery hands when you're going to carve. And I still haven't decided what I'm going to do for carving, so let me pause you for a minute. Okay, so I'm kind of doing a shape over here, as you can see. And you know, from my drawing skills this way, it's very hard to do. But I'm just going to show you with this cutter thingy. What I did here is cut two very thin points, almost like triangles, but I didn't cut them out. But this knife thingy goes all the way through, see? And you could take the scraper thingy and scrape off from the inside just a little bit, but carefully. So once you start cutting, you really don't want to mess around, but you want to make sure you could see the light through. And see how this is coming? The knife can stick out. And you could try to do it that way. See? And over here. So I got kind of a shape going on there of this owl. Now I'm not really using that over it because it's just so big. This is probably like for a bigger jack-o'-lantern type thing. And so these will be the ears. And then this is like the side. And you don't want to cut it completely out. You want to leave it. See how this one here, you would only be cutting out the black areas. And leave this part would be pumpkin-y. And this part. But I'm doing my own design. Okay? I just wanted to show you what I'm doing for right now. But I'm going to pause. Okay. Now, I don't know if you could see this design going on here. Then here you have the ears and the eyes. Instead of taking out all the eyes like on this one and making them really big, I decided to give them just cutouts right there. Now here's his beak, and right below there are his little feet, his claws, and his wings are on the side. So, and you can see, see, done cutting. I've cut from this side though, you know, I don't cut from inside here, but you can, because if you see like a little bit of the pumpkin on the inside, you could carve it away to make it more open so that the light will come through. See, now, let's see. Well, when I get a light to shine through there, then I'll show you. Pausing you again. Okay, so here it is, and I've lit 2 candles. Put on the lid again. You just fill it back into place. And I'll try to lift it up a little bit so you can see it at different angles. See that? See? And these are the eyes. Let's see, where are they? Right here. Right here in that area. It's a little bit hard to see in this kind of light because it should be fine. See? If I get a little bit closer, then you can see. See the eyes? I just did around them, so that's the eyes. And then the wings right here and here. See? This over here is like the tree. It's in a tree. See? So, the thing is about carving pumpkins, I know you can't see me anymore. But you can hear me. And you be clean. Be prepared with proper utensils for carving, cutting, and scraping. Put down lots of newspaper. If you're going to save parts for cooking, do that, and parts of the seeds for either planting. There's so many seeds, especially if you have a lot of pumpkins like we do. And now, whatever you do, a face or a picture, something scary, a monster, or something like that, and have fun and be safe. You have an adult help you to do the really hard, tricky parts, because pumpkins are very slippery and they're round and they're kind of hard, but you could do some of the good carving and then let your mom or dad or grandma help you, or grandpa, some adult help you doing it, because you want to stay safe. You don't want to go cutting your poor little fingers the night before you go trick-or-treating. We had to wait. This is the 30th. Tomorrow's Halloween. We waited because it's been so hot, but now it's cooled off. So the pumpkins will do very well the next few hours until Halloween tomorrow. So, Ginger and Michelle, I'll be showing pictures, and maybe I'll do a quick little video of everybody's pumpkins, but I'll be doing pictures for Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, stuff like that. So this is Witch Nikki. Have a very happy, safe Halloween. Love you all.